We have not one, but two heart-stirring performances taking the stage, and we're finding out what the city's world-class Performing Arts Center has in store for you. This is Front Row Center. We're full of Vegas art and entertainment as always. Welcome to another episode. I'm Nakaya Berry.
And I'm Randy Fainrich. Our first package revisits a topic we touched on earlier this season about how downtown Las Vegas is continuing its expansion to reach the local community. Take a look.
Downtown Las Vegas never held a place in people's minds as urban and retro, and while the city had a sense of art and entertainment, it wasn't until the downtown project began developing that the scene was reborn and essentially given a new life. Although recently celebrating its third birthday, it wasn't until 2014 that the project began making their strides towards their 2017 goals.
Last year, 2014, was really a big year for us in terms of opening new businesses. So a lot of new things have opened, and we have a few more things that will be opening this year. And what we hope to see is by 2017, everything that we've invested in so far will not only be open, but they will have become sustainable.
The downtown project began when Tony Hsieh, the CEO of Zappos, decided to move the Zappos campus downtown. The seed of the project was to not just have the Zappos campus be inclusive of just the employees, but to make an investment into the revitalization of the downtown area. Arts and education are two key factors for the project, both of which hatched the idea of opening a bookstore. The idea was brought to life when Drew Cohen, co-founder of the Writer's Block, opened Las Vegas's first independent bookstore in the heart of downtown.
We liked the urban and walkable vibe of downtown. I think a bookstore is a good fit for an area that has a high density of businesses and living locations and apartments and homes, I should say. But also it's central. I mean, the downtown is sort of at the crux of the city where all the other districts intersect. So we felt like it was a good centralized location.
Despite the revitalization the project has brought and plans to bring as they plan to open 6 new businesses, there has been talk that Tony Hsieh is planning to step down from the project.
So there were some misconceptions about that. There were some ideas that maybe Tony had stepped down. Tony was never the CEO of Downtown Project. From the very beginning, it was his vision and it was his money, that private investment, that brought it to life. But he has been the leader and really the head visionary of Downtown Project from the very beginning. He's never really stepped away from Downtown Project. He never will, because it is his investment.
The project will continue to work to revitalize downtown, and the hope is that patrons will continue to explore and learn that downtown is a new and vibrant city core. For Front Row Center, I'm Nicole Reynolds.
Rapper James Shahan is in the studio with us today. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So you're someone that's on the path to fulfilling your dream, and I know there's many others that are trying to do the same thing. How has it been for you?
It's honestly been a big challenge. It's the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do, and it's also the most fulfilling.
What motivates you to keep going after it?
It's just the thing that I love. It's the thing that gives me purpose. So anything I can do to get closer to achieving my dreams, I'm going to do it.
And what will you be performing for us today?
Today I will be performing a song that was almost on the album but didn't make the cut. It's called Dysmorphia.
Okay, well, I'm anxious to hear it, and I know everyone else is too, so I'll let you take the floor.
Perfect, thank you. The swan is a grown duck. The ugly is grown too, but what can he do? His eyes are the only ones that he trusts. His friends say he's on point. The mirror's telling him lies and they think he's high, like his mind is a fire on a joint. Reflections are not facts. He tries to rationalize, but looking into the glass, all he can see is the past when years were so mean, 'cause dates took 18. Kissing, hugging, and relationshiping took 23. See, all of his tears astound. He really turned it around, and every woman surrounding is saying, he's sexy now. He's starting to believe it, but colors are still gray. and self-loathing is still just one cookie away. It crumbles and then he crumbles. People think he's just humble. Then he starts to get quiet, he's hot and he doesn't buy it. He tries to conceal what he's really feeling, his writing suffers. Just think of how bad other people have it. Why don't you try it? See, now he lives in abundance of women that he can run with, go get some coffee, wake up, go watch the sun with, make love with. The thing he doesn't say when he impressively displays confidence and sex is sometimes he feels like a fake. And yes, he is me. I just got tired of saying I and tired of kids pointing whenever I walked by and tired of being wrong simply by leaving the house and trying to numb it all by shoving food in my mouth and tired of obsessing over everything that I chew, which is really funny because it is something I still do. This song will probably make other rappers think I ain't it, which is fine. Keep making hits off a life that you never lived. I'm sick, and I really mean it. Like in my stomach's a demon. Like the only way I'll get what I want is if I still continue to feed him. I think his name should be self-hate. The spirit in me is greedy. If throwing up tasted good too, I'd probably be a bulimic.
Wow, that was very unique.
Thank you.
I liked how you're able to follow a story with it.
Thank you.
So you're a rapper, but you would think a rapper is rhyming over music. But what would you consider what you just did?
Rap. I think it's important that people understand that whether or not I have music behind me, it's still hip-hop, because hip-hop is a very broad term and it includes things like that. It includes poetry, it includes, stories.
And you're working on your second album right now, right?
Yes.
And how's that going?
It's going well. I'm waiting for it to be mixed right now, and not very patiently, but it's almost there, it's almost done.
What can people expect from it?
I'd say they can expect more growth. They can expect me to talk about a lot of different topics, and I'm still going to talk about them in a personal way.
And where can people find that?
When it is out, they can find it on jamesshahan.com, and all of my older material is on there as well.
All right, well, thanks for sharing your words with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next, we're getting the inside scoop about the performing arts in Las Vegas. Don't go anywhere.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
It was recently St. Patrick's Day, and we wanted to show you what a famous Las Vegas landmark did to honor the holiday. Check it out.
Cé Huilshiv agus Faltarov Gaji Law Eila Porig. For any non-Gaelgoers out there, that means how are you doing? And welcome to St. Patrick's Day.
The food, the fun, the music, the dance, the Guinness, all of it. And most of all, the people.
The Strip had something special in store to honor St. Patrick's Day.
From the pyramids in Giza, to the Sydney Opera House, to the Eiffel Tower, to welcome the fabulous Las Vegas sign, everybody's going green for St. Patrick's Day.
Irish pubs like Rira are a place for Irish people to celebrate together.
So it's a small world, the Irish community, and you'd be surprised, even here in Las Vegas, we'll see people that we've met in Ireland or at competitions and different shows. So just kind of bringing everyone back together and enjoying the holiday.
It just feels like back home. A lot of different people, but a lot of the same drinks and a lot of the same crack, so it's good fun.
People who have nothing to do with being Irish decide that they want to be. We get to share our culture, we get to share our love for life, our love for having fun.
Seeing other people that are not Irish wearing green is a huge honor to me. I said to you earlier, if you're lucky enough to be Irish, you're lucky enough,
My name's Sean Leonard for Front Row Center. This is the Las Vegas sign, and this is St. Patrick's Day in Las Vegas.
Our next guest here on Front Row Center is Myron Martin, President and CEO of the Smith Center for the Performing Arts, and also known as the one building you've heard of but aren't quite sure what it is just yet. We're going to try to clear some of that up for you today as Myron Martin joins us now. Thank you for being here, sir.
Of course. Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming. Now, as I said, a lot of people don't know about the Smith Center, but that's partly because it's very young. You guys just celebrated your 3-year anniversary recently. What did you guys do for that?
Well, so think about this. Until 3 years ago, Las Vegas didn't have a world-class performing arts center. And depending on where you're from, maybe you know of, Lincoln Center or the Kennedy Center or the LA Music Center. Now we have that thing right here in Las Vegas.
Right.
And in the 3 short years, we've greeted over 1.5 million guests already. So a lot of people have heard of the Smith Center, but we're still getting the word out. It's the place for the biggest Broadway shows. When they come to Las Vegas, they come to the Smith Center. Last year we had the Book of Mormon, we had Wicked, we had, the biggest shows you can get on Broadway. But music, theater, dance, something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the Smith Center is very unique. It's very unique looking, obviously. Now, Las Vegas, if you will, is known for having a ton of culture imported. It's not really known for having culture of its own.
Yeah.
Why Las Vegas for the Smith Center?
Well, so there are over 2 million people who live here now. We call this our home, and I think those of us who live here deserve to have a place that we can call our own. And not only so that we've got a place that we can see shows that are touring, but maybe even produce new shows that go from Las Vegas out to the world. And just last year with Teller from Penn & Teller, we produced a brand new version of The Tempest, which went from here to Orange County on to Harvard University, where it played at ART, and it's now making the rounds. Brand new product right here from Las Vegas. That makes us proud.
Absolutely. Now, the name, the Smith Center, where did it come? It seems so basic, but it seems like it has a meaning behind it. Where did that name come from?
Well, isn't it great that a name like Smith that a lot of people have already?
Right.
Smith kind of represents every man, if you will. But the Smith Center was named after Fred W. and Mary B. Smith. Mr. Smith ran the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation right here in Las Vegas. Before that, he ran the Las Vegas Review-Journal and all the media empire, radio, television, newspapers, billboards of Don Ray Media. So when Mr. Reynolds passed away, he asked that all of his assets go into a foundation to do good work in the communities where they did business. And he asked Mr. Smith to look after the foundation. And as it turns out, one of the foundation's greatest legacies, I think their greatest legacy, is named after the man who's been running the place, Mr. Fred W.
That's really
Smith.
Cool. Yeah,
it's
really
very cool.
Now, I've been to the Smith Center before, but it was for a different reason. Obviously, you guys are known for music and arts and theater and stuff like that. I was there for a UFC press conference to kick off The Time Is Now.
Yeah.
Can we expect more stuff like that in sports or entertainment outside of music and theater and art?
Absolutely. The Smith Center is the living room for Las Vegas. So we've had press events, we've had sports events, we've had sports stars come and speak from our stage, and we'll do a lot more of that in the future. We've had weddings and all kinds of events. It really is kind of the central point for our community to gather.
All right, quickly before we get out of here, one show that you must go see or something you have to go see at the Smith Center.
Well, that's like saying to a parent of 5 children, which one of your kids do you like the most? There's just no way for me to tell you which one you're going to like. But if you go to thesmithcenter.com, you'll see all kinds of things, and I guarantee there's something for you. There's some special student discounts that you can find on the website. Lots of reasons for you to come downtown, right where the freeways meet, to the Smith Center in the middle of Symphony Park. Catch a show, check it out. There's a jazz club. Frankie Marino is playing on Tuesday nights now in the Jazz Club. Check that out. So you'll find something you like, I'm
you've
sure.
Caught people's attention with student discounts, definitely.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, when we return, how one Las Vegas-based band is trying to make it big. Stick around.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org.
Las Vegas has had a recent run of producing successful music artists. Panic at the Disco, Imagine Dragons, and now Brumby. You may not have heard of him yet, but our next package will give you a first-hand introduction. Check it out.
Brumby, a local band made up of Tyler Tingey, Spencer Tingey, Oliver Tingey, and Dylan Self, 3 cousins and a lifelong friend, have been playing music together for the majority of their lives.
You know, we've been writing songs since we were kids, but we haven't kept any of them. We kind of figure we've written a lot of our bad songs before everyone else, so now we feel like we have a head start. Typically it'll come from a guitar part, and then it starts to bloom more and more into an idea, so I'll start to conceptualize the song.
Our sound right now is, it's kind of a window into a particular sound that we have at the moment, and we really like it. We like the Western sound, we like the folk a bit, and we haven't always had that sound, and we probably won't always have that sound in the future, but it's something that we really relate to and feel kind of naturally attached to with living in the West.
Though they have been playing music together since they were little kids, Brumby became official in 2008, but have been working with their current sound in music for just over a year and a half. Their first EP, The West Wind Kid, was released almost a year ago today on March 20th, 2014.
Well, we've been down here in Las Vegas, back home for a month now or so. We've been letting our hair grow and our beards flourish.
Brumby recently moved from Provo, Utah back to Vegas, their hometown, with the intention of pursuing music full-time.
We're here doing something Brumby related, sometimes 10 to 12 hours a day. We have a lot of shows lined up in Las Vegas, and we're really excited to be here, and we're excited to play and get further into the scene, because we've been strangers up until now. We say we're from Las Vegas, but we've only played here a few times actually.
The band continues to write new music and play shows regularly. For show dates and more information on Brumby, you can visit their website at brumbymusic.com. For Front Row Center, I'm Becca Dimmick.
Right now, you're front row center with our next performance by Echo Running Wolf and guitarist Bob Cercio. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So Echo Running Wolf, that's an interesting name. Is there a meaning behind it?
I was fortunate enough to be married to a handsome Native American man for about 7 years and just hung on to the name. So
great. How would you guys describe your music?
I don't know. Just kind of is what it is. Very much acoustic and soul influence, but kind of a mishmash of all the stuff that Bob and I soak up every day. A little bit of classic rock, a little bit of classical.
You guys just have a love for music.
We're big music fans, yes.
All right, I'm anxious to hear it, so I'll just let you take the floor.
Excellent, thank you.
Should have known you'd find another love all along. Just never thought that you could be so cruel. I guess I was wrong. Still, I'd give anything to hear see. Should have known you chose her when you said time, space. Just never thought you'd look me in the eyes like right to my face. Still I'd give anything to have you here, 'cause I feel you in my sleep, and I know you don't miss me, but I still miss you. You haunt me in my dreams, and I know you don't love me, but oh my God, I still love you. And I don't know why, but I do.
Wow, thank you. Your voice is so soothing to my ears. And I know everyone can relate to that love story.
Right.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a great duo working here. The guitar complements your voice well. How did that come about?
We try to stay out of each other's way. We met a long time ago and have a great respect for where we go musically.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys first perform downtown. Do you perform locally?
We do, yeah. When we're asked to, we've got, we're doing like a feature at an all ages open mic on the 27th at Reclaimed Art Supplies, which should be fun.
Okay, well, we can look forward to that. And you're trying to get your music online too, right?
Yes. The next project is to get some good, clean recordings of the original material that we have, and then we'll have them online and available to download.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
I know there's some more great performances around town. Alyssa, let us know what's happening.
Hey Las Vegas, I'm Alyssa Stein, and here's what's worth checking out this week. If you're looking for a fun way to stay fit, head down to Craig Ranch Regional Park at 9 a.m. on Saturday, March 21st for the Color Vibe 5K. Your last chance to catch the hit Broadway musical Newsies at the Smith Center is Sunday, March 22nd at 2 p.m. Elton John is performing his resident show at Caesars Palace. You can catch his act on Monday at 7:30 p.m. The UNLV Latin Jazz Ensemble will be playing at the Black Box Theater on Tuesday at 7:30. Tickets are $10 and all UNLV students can come free with their student ID. Las Vegas City Hall will celebrate Greek Independence Day on Wednesday, March 25th. There will be food, music, dancing, and a ceremonial raising of the Greek flag. To see some great new artists, or if you'd like to show off a talent of your own, time Out Bar and Grill will host an open mic night on Thursday, March 26th. Sign up begins at 8 p.m. for the 9 o'clock show. And if you like breakfast for dinner, we found the art show for you. Fremont Country Club will host the Pancakes and Booze art show on Friday at 8 p.m. In addition to all-you-can-eat pancakes, over 55 new artists will be live with audio and visual performances, including on-site body painting. That's what's going on this week, Las Vegas. Back to you, Randy and Nakaya.
One of the upcoming events is Newsies, the play at the Smith Center. I heard that was popular. I want to check that out.
Yeah, I've been to the Smith Center before. Like I said earlier, it wasn't for a play or anything, but the building is really unique, really cool, and it's huge. And there's just 60 acres of land out there, and it's really coming up. It's really nice. If you haven't been to Symphony Park, I would say definitely check it out. That'll do it for another interesting and entertainment-filled episode of FRC.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at FRCLV and hashtag FRCLV to catch our attention.
Shoot us an email to the address right here on the bottom of your screen if you want to be a part of the show or have an interesting topic or idea.
This is Front Row Center, where art and entertainment collide. See you next week, Las Vegas.